right.
My
So we're
cousin.
recording now. All right, guys. So couple of things before I start talking about everything.
Are you just reading it now?
She threatened to beat me up. Why?
Oh, Cassie.
And who's your cousin?
she's did it for no reason. Her name's Mary Helen Zavala.
Oh my.
Oh, Mary Helen's your cousin?
Yeah.
What? Why would she beat you up?
I don't know. She's a bully dog. Because I'm shorter than her.
But she seems so sweet.
Yeah.
Always the sweet ones you have to pay attention
Uh-huh.
to you. It's like that George Carlin, skit. It's always the quiet ones you have to
Yeah.
watch. Man, he was a legend. Great comedian. Passed away a few years ago. And by a few, I mean a lot of years ago. So a couple of things before I get started. Yeah, some of you guys have really bad internet. So yeah, it's fine, guys. We're not doing anything too crazy, and everything that we're doing, you guys can do on your own outside of Zoom. So before you guys hopefully get, I want you guys to not get kicked out. Let me explain some stuff. I've been seeing either some kids actually like trying to push to get, their grades better. But I'm going to make you guys a deal. And for, people who aren't here, I mean, hopefully they'll see this in YouTube land. Or one of you guys will let them know if they have me as a student. If you are failing or you failed first semester, I am going to make you a deal. If you can pass this semester with a C or better, I will change first semester from that F to a pass. What that does is makes it so that you don't have to take this class again. All right. However, you need to get a C or better in this semester. We have 4 weeks left, if that. So March 9th is a day that you guys need to have a C or better. If you can have a C or better, I will do the paperwork so that you don't have to retake this class again. But you guys need to, come and do all of your work. For this class, yes, technically any other teacher could do that too, but not all teachers do it. So if you are failing at the class, you can always talk to your teacher and find out if they would be willing to do that. Another option that you guys have is that you can technically, they have an after school program where it's a credit recovery class where you guys can do that too. So if you guys want my deal, like I said, you need to get a C in this class or better. And then I will change your last grade from that F over to a pass. And then you won't have to do it again. Because technically when universities are looking at your transcripts, they look at second semester versus the first semester. However, that doesn't mean that you don't have to retake it if you have an F or a D. So giving you that pass grade instead of, what you guys got will help. So again, if you failed first semester, work your butt off the next 4 weeks. That's why Ms. Gomez and we talked about it. And this week and next week are very light on assignments. If you noticed, you don't have anything to do. There's no homework other than what I gave you guys in the notebook, which again, some of you guys submitted your notebook without doing the homework part. Understand, if you did that, this notebook is only worth 50 points and 25 of them, that's half of it, is because of that one homework. So if you skip that, it's only 25 points out of 50. So you need to make sure that you guys are doing that. Also, that one homework is on the test. So if you want to know if you're going to actually pass that one page, which is a lot of points, you need to make sure that you guys do that now. And if you guys mess up, you guys will get our feedback so that you guys know how to pass it when you guys get to your practice test and your final and your test. I think it's also, no, it's not on the final.
No,
I don't think so, but I know it's on this test.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's only going to help you guys out if you guys do that. And if you guys are confused, again, there's tutoring. There's tutoring today. There's tutoring tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, your exit ticket for tomorrow is already here. There's not a PBIS lesson because they want your second period to do a survey instead. So second period has a survey, and then first and third, you guys have an exit ticket only. So you can already come in here and already do the exit ticket for tomorrow. You don't have to wait. That's the reason why I left it open already. Your exit ticket for today is open. You can turn this in once you have taken a screenshot and submitted it here to Google Classroom of your deck toys. But that's what we're going to do a little bit later. Right now, Ms. Gomez is going to take you through a review activity. And then she's going to show you guys that 4th page in your notebook. And then we'll do our deck toy after that. All right. Any questions before we get started? Awesome. So I'm going to give up control. Ms. Gomez, it's all you.
All right, here we go. So we are going to be working on a sorting activity, and it's a lot of review. Again, linear versus exponential functions. We're looking at them in their graph representation, their tables, equations, and some word problems. But you guys will pick up on some tricks here and there to decide, is this word problem talking about a linear function or an exponential function? But for now, let's go to week 6. Right above the exit ticket from yesterday is that linear versus exponential functions review sorting activity. You want to click on that. Make sure you log in. And I will type in my name here. And it looks like this. So we have a linear function box and an exponential function box and some pieces down here, but give me a thumbs up if you are on this page here so I can give you some directions, or give me a clap if you need more time to get there. Okay, I'll give you some more time. Let's take a look. So Adrian, I see you in here. Alfonso, I see you. Anthony, Jessica, Cassie. Oh, Cassie's almost done. And Jonathan. So there's still quite a lot of you that have not joined us there. Remember, these are your points for participation. There we go. Okay, give me a clap if you still need more time before I go over the directions. If there are no claps, then I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. So directions pretty similar to what we've been doing in these sorting activities. It says sort the pieces below as linear or exponential by dragging them to the correct box. So you can click on these pieces and drag them to the correct side. There should be 5 pieces on the linear side. So that's what your hint is telling you there. And there should be 5 pieces in the exponential side. Nothing left over this time because I just want to make sure you, Yaeli, do you have a question? Your hand came up.
I think that's probably the thingy that
No, I
we've been
pressed that by accident.
Okay. Okay. So think of the strategies we've been talking about. Okay. What is the easiest thing to sort? Is it the graph? Is it the
graphs? Because if it's a straight line, it's linear, and if it's curved, it's exponential.
There you go. So Hiram helped you out right there, guys. So sort those graphs. And then maybe the next thing that's easiest for you is tables, sort the tables or equations. But some of you might have a hard time with these word problems, but just think about what do we know about a linear function? Use what you know about your tables and read these, and they should give you some hints. If they have a specific pattern, then that tells you where to put them. But we're going to give you the length of a song to go ahead and sort these out. And then we'll come back and see how you guys did after that. Okay.
Song time.
Pause your recording.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, here we go. So for the most part, you guys are doing great. And actually, I was worried, honestly, that the word problems were going to give you guys a hard time, but so far everyone placed them correctly. So that's really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our graphs, since we mentioned that would be the easiest thing to sort at first. And Hiram gave you guys a little clue. The word linear has the word line in it. So look for your lines and put them there. But I'm going to go ahead and have you guys give me some of your reactions. Give me a thumbs up if the piece I grab is linear, and you'll use a clap if you think that piece should be on the exponential side. So let's start with this purple graph. Or you guys can unmute yourself too, that's fine. Give me a thumbs up if this should be on the linear side, or give me a clap if this should be on the exponential side. Good job. Yes, this is a curve, okay? Because it is a curve, then we say exponential. Okay, let's grab this piece over here. Thumbs up for linear, clap for exponential side. What do you guys think? Yeah, perfect. Line. So that should be on the linear side. Okay, let's take a look at this blue graph. Thumbs up for linear, clap for exponential. Good job. So we're putting it on the linear side. And the last graph, which is the green one here, linear, thumbs up, or exponential, give me a clap. Yep, perfect. Clap. So your graphs are done, okay? Some of you really like working with the tables, but the tables require a little more work. Sometimes these word problems can scare us, so we'll put those to the side for now. I think the easiest thing here to sort next would be your equations, because we just have to see these and see if that looks like a linear equation or an exponential equation. So we'll sort the equations next, and think here, the one clue I can give you is that the word exponential has the word exponent in it. So where do we see our exponents? That's what you want to think about when you're working with these equations. But you have to be careful. When we are talking about an exponent, we want that x to be the exponent, not something else. So let's grab the first equation here. Give me a thumbs up if this should be on the linear side, or a clap if this should be on the exponential side. Yeah, perfect. So we are putting that on the exponential side. Okay, next one. Look at the x right next to our fraction. It's not a small one above. So thumbs up for linear, clap for exponential. Yeah, so don't be confused with this one, okay? If it were an exponent, then that would be right up here, a small one. It's not up there. It's right next to it here. So that is linear. So this one here should be on the linear side. Okay, so we have two different pieces now, tables and word problems. Since we have worked with tables in the past, we're going to take a look at our tables here. But is there anybody that would like to tell us how they decided whether it's linear or exponential? What should we be looking for in these tables? You can either unmute yourself or tell us in the chat. What should we be looking for in the tables? What would help us decide?
If it's going by a rate of change or a constant multiplier?
Yeah, good job. Yeah, perfect. We're looking for a rate of change or a constant multiplier, and that just means a pattern. Rate of change means adding or subtracting pattern, and constant multiplier means a multiplication pattern. So for that, look at your y's. We have a 2 here, 6, 18, and 54. What rule or what pattern do you guys see that gets us from 2 to 6, 6 to 18, and 18 to...
Exponential?
Yeah, it's exponential. Good.
Multiply by 3.
Yeah, there you go. We're multiplying by 3, so this is exponential. So this 2, 6, 18, 54 should be on the exponential side. Now that means that this other table could be linear, but we should still check. So 2, 9, 16, and 23. What pattern do we see here?
Also exponential?
Also exponential? Okay, so 2 times something is 9. What would that be?
Oh no, wait, never mind. Never mind. I
Okay.
don't.
That's okay.
2 plus 7.
Yeah, so 2 plus 7. So take a look and see at your y's, okay? 2 times something give us 9. Not quite, but when we add 7, we see that that works for all of them. So good try. But since we are adding here, the addition pattern tells us this will be linear. Okay, we have 2 left. So 2 left here, but you can use what we just talked about and look for those keywords that could tell you if you have an adding pattern, a subtraction pattern, or a multiplication or division pattern, because these word problems also give us some of those words that lets us know what operation is going on. So let's start with this one. A bank account starts with $10. So that's what they're starting with. And every month the amount of money is tripled. So that is your word there that we want to pay attention to. What does the word tripled mean? Yeah, good job. Anybody? Yeah. Tripled means that you are multiplying and you're multiplying by 3. Yes, good. So tripling means we multiply by 3. So think about what that means. A multiplication pattern. Is that linear? Give me a thumbs up. Or is that exponential? Give me a clap for exponential. Exactly. So tripling means to multiply by 3. So that means we have an exponential function. And now let's take a look at this one here. This one pretty much gives it away, but let's take a look. A gym member must pay $50 for a membership, plus 3 for each time they use the gym. So this problem here does say we're adding 3 every single time. So since we're adding 3, I'm getting a lot of answers here. It is linear. It's like they're screaming at me in the
Like
chat.
you're not allowed to like give me no, just do it. Let's go. We go.
So this is linear, okay? Now, one thing I want you guys to pay attention to before I take you to the next one is that this word problem also gives you everything you need. Remember, we needed 2 things, the initial value and the pattern or rate of change or constant multiplier. Since you know this one is linear, okay, initial value means like the starting point. They're telling you what they're starting at here, 50. So that would be your y-intercept, this piece here. So let's pretend that had a 50. But it's positive 50. And then it says each time they're going to add 3. That is your rate of change. So that would be your slope. So you have an equation already just by reading that problem, by looking for your initial value and the pattern. If you look at the other word problem here, it told us that the bank account is starting with $10. So if you're thinking about writing an equation, the initial value is 10, and then every month it triples. So the tripling says to multiply by 3 each time. So even just by reading the word problems and trying to decide which one it is, you figured out how to write an equation as well. So some hints there for when these type of problems come up. But you guys did awesome. So very, very good job. Okay, so we're done with this sorting activity. So what you're going to want to do is just submit it, go back into Google Classroom, okay, and turn it in. We have 8 in already, so very good job, boys and girls. So keep turning those in. If you need to take a screenshot because you were not able to follow along with us, I'll let you go ahead and do that now. Or you know what, I'll keep the equations up there for that one, just to help you guys even more. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Give me a clap if you want some more time with this screen up here. Good job. Okay, so let's go back into Google Classroom. The next thing we're going to do is just review that last page in your notebook. It's actually not any, you don't have to do any work on that. We're not dragging any pieces, but we wanted to give you guys this extra page as just a little cheat sheet to have next to you whenever you're working on assignments, and some of you are going to be catching up. It has some of the, well, all of the things we've been talking about to help you out. So go to week 6, go back into your notebook, go ahead and log in, and this should have been completed. I need to catch up on my missing assignments too. Just kidding. So go to slide 4. Okay, this is what you should be looking at. So we're just going to be reviewing it. Nothing, we don't have any dragging pieces here and there, but just meant to help you guys even more. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you are looking at this page. Give me a clap if you need more time to get there. We're not going to be doing anything here, so. Okay, good. So we're just reviewing really quickly some of the things we've talked about, and you don't want to forget, especially because your unit test is coming up. So we have the linear versus exponential right next to each other, so you can compare what they look like. So we'll start off with the linear equation. Remember, yesterday there was a problem that asked you what student or what worker has a constant rate of change. The rate of change, this word here is the slope, okay? And the rate of change, we have that in a linear equation. So you needed to look for the student that had a linear equation. Some of you were looking at the equations with the exponent, but we call that a constant multiplier. So don't forget, the difference here is the rate of change is the slope, so your rise over run. And on the exponential side, it's our multiplier pattern. So those are the difference there, but both of these have the initial value. So it's at the end here for your linear equation, your y-intercept, and it's at the front here in your exponential equation, your y-intercept there. 2 things you're always going to need to write those equations. Okay, so let's move on to the tables. So now that you know what the equations look like, those are the 2 things you're looking for in your tables, and you have examples here of the tables we worked with. So we'll look at the linear tables. A table that we say is increasing has an addition pattern. So in this case, we see it's adding by 4 each time. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. You found your rate of change or your slope. It's a positive 4. You can use that pattern to find your initial value. See those 2 things again? You have an equation when you plug them in correctly. A decreasing table will have a subtraction pattern. So this one says 12 minus 3 gets us to 9. 9 minus 3 gets us to 6. So our slope is -6. And you use that pattern to give you the initial value, and you have an equation again. On the exponential side, an increasing table has the multiplication pattern. So in this case, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, so your multiplier is 6, that piece right here. Use that and go backwards to find your initial value, the piece here, and you have an equation. So the one where some students would have a hard time is the decreasing table on the exponential side. But the decreasing table has a fraction pattern. So just think of that as your division. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 divided by 4. Oh, that should say 1/2. I just saw that. That should be 1/2. So I'm probably going to go in there and fix that for you guys just to make sure you have that. So that's a fraction pattern. It's dividing by 4 every time. So your multiplier is 1/4 and your initial value is 32. So you plug those two pieces in and you have an equation. Okay, let's take a look at your graphs. Your linear graphs. Some more information here to help you guys out as you keep working through these linears, equations or graphs. When you have an increasing graph, an increasing line, it's going up. That tells you you should have a positive slope. So if you're not sure, should I have a negative here? Should I have a positive? Go back to this sheet and look, what line has a positive slope? Oh, the one that goes up. So that should help you. In this case, the slope is 3/2 and your initial value is 2, and you have your equation ready when you plug those in. A decreasing line should have a negative slope. See how this line's going down and it has a slope of -2, but your initial value is 6. So use these to go back and double check. Okay, your exponential graph. You have an increasing exponential graph or curve when it's going up. When it's going up, that means we have that multiplication pattern. It's a whole number. Okay, and your initial value here is 2. Look at the 2, 4, and 8. That's multiplying by 2 each time. That's why our multiplier is 2. But this is going to be very helpful here when you are trying to decide, wait, this one has a fraction. This one has a whole number. What should it look like? Well, a fraction pattern is a decreasing graph, so it should be coming down. Okay, the multiplier here is 1/3. We're dividing by 3 each time. There's a 9, a 3, and then a 1. So that's where we get the divide by 3, and then your initial value is 9. So this sheet here is meant for you guys to have to help you double check your work or to just remind you of little things that you want to keep in mind when you are working through assignments. But keep this, maybe save it as a picture, or make sure you go back to it if you're ever stuck on anything. It has everything you want to know about these. All right, so that's pretty much it for our review of this sheet. We're going to go ahead and give it back to Dr. Brown so she can talk to you about your deck toys. And I'll stop sharing.
Hello. All right, guys. So before we get started, yeah, and I was about to like comment on that. Someone's like, well, technically I've already done the deck toys. Do I have to stay? And here's the deal. If you guys have already done your deck toy, you do not need to stay. So we're under week 6. Here's your deck toy. 3 of you guys have already turned it in. Make sure that if you did turn it in, that you guys did a screenshot. I know it's not in there in the directions, but I mean, we've done these so many times that you guys should know that that's part, like that should be how we do things. So I'm going to pause real quick just to see if these people actually did that. 2 of you guys didn't. So I'm going to send it back to you guys without a score so that you guys can attach a screenshot. 1 of you guys already did it. So that's not what I wanted to do. So if you guys could go to Deck Toys, I'm going to show you guys kind of what we did or what we're going to do. And then I'm going to pause the recording because, you know, I don't need that recording anymore at that point.
Mhm.
But I'm going to log in with Google. You will log in with your district account, but because I don't want my teacher account to pop up, I want a student account to pop up. I'm going to use my personal one.
Mhm.
And then you will notice two different decks up. So instead of you guys, the first deck at the very bottom, it's the activity that you guys should have done a long time ago, like back in January, like that first week of school, first or second. If you haven't done this yet, I would probably say do this, take a screenshot and submit it. You guys have the time, definitely get that done. This first one, when you guys log in, you guys will see this one. It has two little mountains and a sun. This is the activity that we are going to be doing together as a class. So you're going to click on start here and just hit close. It's going to give you guys a check mark. Once you guys have check marks on all of them, you guys take a screenshot. Make sure that your name is visible so I know it is you. And I'm going to go through all of these and I'm going to give you guys an explanation of what to do. So this first one is matching. We've done these before. All right, bye. If you guys are leaving, that's fine. Again, make sure that you guys have submitted your screenshots, but have a very good Thursday. Remember, the exit ticket for Thursday is already up. Make sure to do that. But what you're going to do is you're going to match these just like we've been doing with our sorting activity. I am going to, again, pause so that you guys don't see what I'm doing and you don't get all of the answers. Also YouTube doesn't get all of the answers. You hear my voice. So I'm going to do that. The next one, you're going to see kind of like what Ms. Gomez was talking about. She was showing you guys examples and reminding you what all of these numbers mean. You can't challenge me yet. I haven't finished like talking. Chill and relax. So I'm going to click on here. Now, this right here is an example. It is not for you guys to like look to try and find the answers. Your question is right here down at the bottom. So f of x equals -2, 1.5 to the x. That's your question and you're going to answer them. If you get them wrong, it's going to make you guys do it all over again. So again, I'm going to pause so that I can move forward. That was that first one. This second one, you're evaluating. So you're taking this 3 and you're plugging it into x and you're going to then solve for that. All right. If you guys want to watch these videos, I think you can. Some of them are lagging. So I think even I have a problem accessing the videos.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't have to watch the video. All you have to do is pick the correct one, hit submit, move over, and then again, that's it for that activity. The last activity is line. So you're gonna drag these over to the correct spot. I'm gonna do it on purpose, pick the wrong one. But if you know your multiplication, you don't really even need a calculator. You're like, oh, wait a second, I know what that one is, and I know what that one is. But again, since I got this one wrong already, it's going to tell me, oh, I need to go back and do it again. So as soon as you guys get a wrong answer, shut down, start all over again, because it's going to make you guys start all over again. Again, I'm going to pause so that no one sees my answers because I don't want you guys to have my answers. Bye. You have to walk your fish. Sound.
Doc, I have to walk my chicken.
You have to walk your chicken? Is this
Yeah.
like a common thing for you guys? Is this like a meme or something going on? All right, once you're done moving all those lines, you're gonna click on way to go and it's gonna go, woohoo, fabulous, awesome, great job. And at this point, I have everything already like clicked up. I'm going to screenshot this and then I should submit it. All right. However, that is it for YouTube land. I'm going to stop recording because nothing else needs to be recorded.